Hello and welcome again to Red Gaming Tech. My name is Marta. Today is the 22nd of October. This time I have some rather interesting news for you today, as the indie developer for Code Avarice, Mike Malbec, has made a rather big silly, as he actually has had to resign and apologised for making death threats towards Gabe Newell via Twitter last night. Basically, this happened after their game Paranormal Activity was removed from Steam after he made the death threat saying, quote, "I'm going to kill Gabe Newell. He is going to die." Now, according to Malbec, this tweet was supposed to be sarcastic and was an act of frustration surrounding confusion over the state of Paranormal Activity as it exited Steam Early Access. Now, Malbec has offered a full statement via the Code Avarice blog, saying basically he didn't mean the threat, but it was regardless otherwise completely unacceptable, and I will go through his full statement in just a moment. But he has also completely stood down from the development company, sold his share of the business to his partner Travis Fenning, and also cut all ties to the studio. And he said, quote, "I won't receive any money from the sale of Paranormal Activity or any future games CA develops. I won't be consulted on business decisions, and I won't have any hand in development." Now, his partner actually expressed disapproval of this decision via Twitter post, and he said, quote, "My partner has left the company. I do not agree with this. We all make mistakes. This whole thing is ludicrous." But basically, Malbec is trying to save Paranormal Activity, because obviously it was removed from Steam after he made this threat towards Gabe, and he obviously doesn't want the game that they've all worked very, very hard on to suffer because of one mistake he made via Twitter. So I think that's why he's distancing himself, so heavily, not only from the company but from the game itself, basically saying that this game has nothing to do with me anymore, so you can put it back up. But as I said, his full statement is I'm going to go through it now, and reads, quote, "Yesterday, Paranormal Activity released out of Steam Early Access, and following some confusion about the state of the game, I became frustrated with Steam and tweeted a series of angry tweets that ended in me sarcastically saying I was going to kill Gabe Newell. A statement I obviously didn't mean, but was regardless completely unacceptable. As a result of my actions, Paranormal Activity, a game made by 4 of 5 people depending on who you count as team members, was removed from Steam. I feel it is my responsibility to step down from Code Avarice completely, so that Steam has no reason to harbour any more ill will towards the company, and maybe even if we can't see Paranormal Activity restored, at least future Code Avarice games may be allowed onto the platform. I'm really deeply sorry that my short-sighted, hot-tempered actions resulted not only in my own dreams and aspirations being destroyed, but those of the entire team I worked with. I'm sorry that my statements made Valve and or Gabe uncomfortable and upset, rightfully so. My temper and tendency to use Twitter to vent has been a consistent problem since I entered the games industry, and I just can't do it. I don't have the willpower necessary to be the face of the company. If I do continue to work in games, it would be anonymous one of 1,000 at some shitty corporation, not the most public figure of a single-digit sized team. I've sold my half of Code Avarice to Travis, given up all my rights to CA as a company and all its intellectual properties. I won't receive any money from the sale of Paranormal Activity or any future games CA develops. I won't be consulted on business decisions, and I won't have any hand in development. I'm out." So, quite a mess, as I'm sure you will agree. One heated statement, very stupid heated statement mine, and Paranormal Activity is removed, and the future of Code Avarice is uncertain, as of course, if they can't get their future games on Steam as an indie developer, yeah. Obviously there are other platforms, but none of them are quite so big as Steam, so it'll be a massive blow for them to basically be barred from Steam because of this. Now hopefully his falling on the sword, as it were, will actually serve to show that this game has nothing to do with him anymore, and it can now go back onto Steam because, well, you know, he's left, he's taken full responsibility for his actions and all that good stuff. Now, I can kind of understand his partner's frustration, but I think that if they wanted the game back on Steam, this is probably the way to go. It just shows full responsibility. He has completely removed himself. It is his mistake and his mistake alone. So it seems only right that he should be the one that should leave the company and take the brunt. Hopefully this means that Paranormal Activity can get back onto Steam, and that it's not the end of Mike Morbeck's career as a games developer. But we probably won't see him in the limelight again. He, as he said, will probably be one of 1,000 at a corporation rather than the head of a small indie team. So we probably won't hear from him ever again. He may work on things, but we probably won't know about it, which is a real shame. But unfortunately, this is kind of the punishment he's laid out for himself because of the silly things that he said. Hopefully we'll get a statement from Valve and or Gabe soon, but even if they just restore Paranormal Activity without comments, that'll be enough, I think. Anyway, that is me done for this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'll see you next time.